Hi guys, it's Coach Anthony back at you with another edition of Animate, bringing chess to life. Today I would like to focus on the idea of indirect attack to win a game of chess. The idea being, quite simply, capture more pieces and pawns from your opponent and with the material advantage, trade down and win the game. Let's look at some of the most basic winning positions. Okay guys, here we have one of the most classic positions. We've got the white team having a queen and an extra pawn, and the black team absolutely no one left. So it's time for the black team to head for the hills. Okay, now the queen is doing a wonderful job here, and that is to control the D file and control the fourth rank, and not forgetting it's also a bishop. It's going to control this diagonal. So what we see is the black king is really running out of places to go. There's not a lot of squares left, and if we just highlight the squares that are left for the black king, as we see, not many. Right, so the whole idea is obviously to checkmate the king. Let's see how it's done. Having just a queen is more than enough firepower in order to checkmate that black king. However, let me show you one of the easiest techniques possible, and that is, don't forget the little guy. So let's use the little guy and let's get on our merry way to promotion. And once we achieve promotion, then we can go after that black king and win. So we see the little guy marching on its merry way. Here we go. Up the board. Poor king hasn't got much left to do, so is trying to escape. Unfortunately, it is time for promotion, and yes, we have 2 queens. Okay, this is looking really good. Now the black king is running, and there are many different techniques that you can use here. One of them will just be simply to check the king so that you can't capture, block or run away. The technique I'm going to show you is called footsteps. So what we do is place the queen like 2 feet. And what do I mean by that? Literally, here we go. You may notice our 2 feet, and you notice you've got 5 toes at the end. We are ready to march up the board and make the black king walk the plank. So let's do it. Nice check, forcing the black king backwards. Check again. Unfortunately, you have arrived at the plank. Now it's time to go and meet the sharks, and there we go, checkmate. Okay, here we have a position where the white team is clearly winning. We've got 2 little guys versus just a lonely king. And I'd like you to pause your video, it's white to move, and come up with a plan of action and work out how we will checkmate that black king. Hopefully you did pause your video. So let's look at a decent plan. Well, hopefully you did not forget about the little guys, and we realize that they can march triumphantly up the board and become queens. The only question is, which little guy would you move first? Well, that's a no-brainer. The little guy on the C file. So let's do that and instantly get ourselves a queen. Oh no, it's time for that king to head for the hills as usual. And once again, we are on our merry way. And this king is just going to run around like a headless chicken. And now we have a second queen. Again, the black king is just running around like a headless chicken. Now it's time for our technique once again, and that is footsteps. Now, here's a secret. You can do footsteps up the board like this. You can do footsteps across the board like this. Or you can do footsteps down the board. It's totally your choice. Let's see that in action. So first of all, let's make our feet. I'm going to do it across the board this time. So time to make our feet. There we go. 2 feet are in place and the black king is still running around. And then we begin our march. Here we go. It's like taking a dog for a walk. Walkies. Unfortunately, the black king has to go to the F file. And you see, once again, we are just walking this king to the edge of the board, to the plank, and it's time to meet the sharks. Checkmate. Okay guys, so there you have it. In part 2, we will look at other positions where we're not as fortunate as to have 2 queens. Please like and subscribe, and see you all on the next video.